Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Students, today we are going to study a grammatical item of English subject for the 7th standard. Before moving forward, students, I would like to say thanks to my subscribers, those who have shared it, liked it, commented below the video. Thank you and be connected, students. So without wasting time, let's get started with the topic object. Students, if you want to understand the concept object, first of all, I would like to give you some of the examples. Students, see here. Let's study an example. See the sentence, I eat an apple. Students, in this sentence, the doer of the action is I. I is a pronoun. Okay. So here the doer of action is called subject. Okay, student. Who is subject in the sentence? The doer of the action is called a subject. As well as in the sentence, or the sentence tells us about something, is known as subject. For example, my father is a teacher. My father is a teacher. Here in this sentence, my father is a subject because this sentence tells us about my father. Okay. So here the doer of the action is known as subject, as well as the subject gives us some information. Okay. Now see, eat shows an action. Okay, the action of eating. So it is a verb because we know, students, verb shows an action. Okay. So here in this sentence, eat is a verb. In this sentence, I is doing action. So I is a doer of action. The action of eating is being done, and the action is being done on an apple. It means an apple is receiving the action of eating. Okay, student. So here the thing which receives the action of verb is called object. Okay, student. See, the thing which receives the action of verb directly is called object. Okay, student, have you understood now what is object? Okay. An object receives an action. Okay. Let us study one more example, students. See here. Teacher writes a note. Here in this sentence, the doer of action is teacher. It means teacher is doing the action. What kind of action he is doing? He is doing the action of writing. Okay. Then the doer of action is called as a subject, and the word write shows an action. So it is a verb. Okay, student. So in this sentence, teacher is a subject and writes is a verb. Okay. And a note is directly receiving the action of write, or a note is being affected by the action that is write. So it is an object. Okay, student. The thing which receives action of the verb, as well as the thing which affects by the action of a verb, is called object. Okay, students. So the action of writing is being done, the effect of action is being done on a note, so it is an object. Okay, student. So I hope the concept of object is clear now. Students, how to identify an object in a sentence? So student, if you want to identify an object from a sentence, then what kind of trick can we use? Let us see. Most of the time an object is a noun phrase, that is noun or pronoun. Okay student. So here in a sentence, most of the time the object may be a noun, otherwise a pronoun. Okay. Then you can ask a question to the verb in a sentence, that is what. Okay. What question can be asked to the verb? Then the answer to this question will be an object. Okay students, have you understood this? What kind of question we can ask? I will give an example of it. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, then next, ask a question to whom or for whom to the verb in the sentence. The answer will be an object. Okay student, so here we can ask such kind of questions beginning with what or to whom or for whom. Then whatever will be the answer, that answer will be object in the sentence. Okay student, have you understood this much? Very good. My dear students, there are two types of objects. One, direct object, and second, indirect object. Yes student, do you know what is direct object and indirect objects? Yes, let's study. Direct object is directly affected by the action. Okay student, just now I have explained to you that the thing which receives action directly is called direct object. Okay student, it means it is directly affected by the action of the verb in the sentence, that is direct object. Next one, indirect object. Here in this indirect object, it refers to the person or a thing to whom or for whom the action is done. It means that indirectly the action is affected on something else. Okay, that is known as indirect object. Okay student, have understood this much? Very good. Students, now let's have some examples. Okay, example of direct object. See the first one. Mother cooks food. Okay student, now here mother is subject, cooks is a verb, and then you can use here the tricks. You can ask a question, what? For example, what does mother cook? Whatever the answer will be, that answer will be the object. The answer is mother cooks food. So food is an object here. Okay. The next example. Teacher wrote a note. Teacher is a subject here. Wrote is a verb here. And you can ask again a question here. What did teacher write? The answer will be an object. Teacher wrote a note. So here in this sentence, a note is an object. Okay student, have you understood now? Very good. Now let's move forward. Let's have an example of indirect object. Students, mother gives me food. Students, in this sentence, food is directly affected by the action of verb gives. So food is direct object. Okay. So you might have understood that which is the direct object. Food is a direct object. Now see, me is a beneficiary of direct action, or it affects indirectly. So me is indirect object. Students, to check it, you can ask a question to it. Okay. For example, what does mother give me? Mother gives me food. So here this is the direct object. Now For whom does mother give food? Mother gives me food, or for me, mother gives food. Okay. So, here me is a beneficiary, or me receives indirect effect of the verb that is gives. So, it is indirect object. Okay, students, have you understood? Very good. So, student, today we have studied what is object and the two types of object, that is direct object and indirect object, and how to identify the direct object as well as indirect object. Okay, student, if you have liked this video and found it useful to you, then like it, share it, comment below the video, and do not forget to subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you will get new notification of the current videos. Thank you and be connected.